I'm going to show you how to get the best results when shampooing your fabric seats, because this is a common area where many people struggle. And that's mainly because they look good as soon as you've cleaned them, but as time passes and they fully dry out, you sometimes end up with these white patchy stains or ring marks. But fear not, this video is here to address all those issues and help you get that perfect finish. Before you get started, it's important you have everything to hand. So to save you time, I've already made an item checklist for you to copy. And I've listed everything here for the basics, but there are a few more advanced methods which I've already listed in the description below for those of you who want to take it to the next level. The first thing you need to do is vacuum up any loose crumbs. For example, if you had a dry biscuit on the seats and you get it wet, you'll end up sludging it around the seat and it would take a lot longer to get out. So for the sake of a few minutes work, it will make your life easier. Once you have removed the majority of the dirt, we can start off by tackling the real problem, which is the stains. So before I use my main fabric cleaner, I'm going to be using a pre-cleaner, which works in the same way that a pre-wash would for your car. So it breaks down a large portion of dirt and gets the worst of the grease and the stains out. And you can use this in a small bottle or a pump sprayer, but just try not to saturate it too much, because the chemical alone still won't be good enough, and you don't want to waste your products and your time. Once it's had a few minutes to break down the grease, we can now start by agitating it. So for most people, you will be able to get away with using a scrub pad, a folded microfiber cloth, or a soft hand brush. But because these stains were pretty bad, I decided to use a soft white drill brush, as this makes life easier for you, but it also reduces the amount of time needed to get the job done. And the thing with a drill brush is you've got to be very careful. Too much pressure or the wrong brush head could seriously do damage to the seats, and you could end up snagging the fibres, especially if you keep it in one place for a long period of time. For step number 4, it's time to get out the carpet extractor. And what I like to do is spray the seats one more time just to doubly make sure that we have a nice even coverage. So it's a case of spraying, waiting for a few minutes, and then vacuuming up again. So when I perform this stage, I always like to press the trigger spray down as I pull the extractor head towards me. So what it's doing is literally soaking into the fibres just to tackle the dirt, but then it's pulling it back up at the same time instantly. So I do this for a few passes until I'm fully satisfied with the results. Now the seats are looking good, I'd just like to go over it a few more times without pressing the trigger, just so we can get them as dry as possible. And you will find in the colder months it's harder to get them dry, so having a car dryer or a pet dryer is always a real help, as they blow warm air into the seats, and it makes a huge difference, and it's nice to get straight back into a car without getting a wet bum. Alternatively, you can dry the seats by keeping the heaters on, but bear in mind it's not environmentally friendly, and it will cost you a few extra pennies in fuel. And if this information isn't enough for you, I've gone the extra mile to share all my top tips to help you get the cleanest seats, which you can find in the description below.